welcome back to Riding with Sager. I know it's been a while since I've done a moto vlog, and I'm truly sorry about that, but here we are. We're back at it. And before I get to rambling on into anything else, today we're going to talk about not the bike that I'm on, but the bike that's sitting back at the house, and that's Sportsters. So, stick around. I think this is going to be a decent conversation. All right, you guys, we are back, and I am filled up, and I got myself a drink, and we're going to talk Sportsters. All right. So, Sportsters. Let's start with what everybody loves to start with, and that's the negative. I'm going to get my shades on. So, what are some of the common things you hear about a Sportster? It's a beginner's bike. Okay. Well, let's spit a few out first. It's a beginner's bike. It's a girl's bike. Oh, you'll outgrow that bike in a few months. We'll stick with those three. I'm sure there's more. And these are just some of the most common ones that I typically tend to hear. So we started with it's a beginner's bike. Okay, it's an entry-level Harley. Yes, this is correct. However, anybody who talks to me and understands my opinion on riding and motorcycles, stuff like that, you can't really outgrow a bike. You can outgrow its purpose. You can be trying to use it for something that bike is not meant for. But aside from that, I don't think you can necessarily outgrow a bike. So pegging a Sportster as, oh, it's only for a beginner and you're only going to have it for a few months. So, I mean, I don't quite see that as exactly fair, because one of the huge things that I'm currently learning it because my wife just got her Sportster, is a Sportster can be any kind of bike you want it to be, within reason. Like, obviously you're not going to turn a Sportster into a freaking sport track hero. No. But what you can turn a Sportster into is maybe a mild touring machine. I've seen people turn Sportsters into little dirtsters or scramblers or whatever you want to call them. One of my personal favorites, well, it's tossed up on the tube between my favorites, is when somebody takes a Sportster and you do either a chopper build out of it, or another one that I've been hearing about lately, which I think is kind of funny, because they lump it in with the Dyna Bros, where you throw that club style into it. Yeah, I dig those too. I'm not one for the scrambler style. But however, so that's to go back to, I mean, you can't necessarily outgrow a bike. You can outgrow its purpose maybe, or maybe you're done using it the way you want to use it, but that's about it. But aside from that, shoot. So what was the next one we said? We said girls' bike. Man, I almost take offense to that. Almost. I won't say a Sportster's a girl's bike, because it's not. There's plenty of men that buy Sportsters. There's plenty of men that ride Sportsters. And I'll say it the way, or paraphrase it, of course, because I don't remember exactly word for word, but Shade Tree Surgeon, he said something along these lines, and God forbid a person with female parts, a vagina, God forbid she be able to ride a machine that a man with a penis, be able to ride. Like, it's not that big of a deal. No, and I mean, honestly, they're great bikes to learn on. It's freaking, they're fun to throw around a little, like the cone classes and stuff. That's what I started using it for. Because I mean, my wife's obviously just learning, so I mean, she kind of gets thrown into that other stigma. But and of course, then there's the she's a girl, but she's also short, wants to flat-foot a bike, because guess what? That kind of instills confidence. And if you watch my video from last week, in my opinion, confidence is one of the major keys to success in learning how to motorcycle. So, there's it's a girl's bike, it's a beginner's bike. You're gonna grow out of it in however many months. This one we kind of touched it on the first one, but at the same time, so this one's kind of arguable. Yeah, so we'll go with that, because it really just depends on how you ride, how you want to ride. Sometimes sometimes it does happen. I mean, a Sportster can't do everything, but it can if you want it to. So that's something that is really within yourself, and you have to kind of decide. So I mean, that's where I'll leave that one. But I dig that bike. One of my favorite things I'm kind of realizing and learning about it over the last few days is, man, you can do some stuff to it. And then what I'm really looking forward to is, I told my wife that I would like to do as much as possible ourselves on that bike. So I'm pretty guilty of bikes like mine, where, yep, I've got to get into the fairing, I've got to do all this other stuff. Personally, I just don't feel like I have the time to take my bike apart and get into all this stuff. I know it's expensive, I know maintenance can be a bear, but you know what? That's why there's shops, and that's why I let them have a job. So, and I like the guys up there anyway. So, I feel like they deserve some of my money every now and then. But no, with her bike, I plan on trying to do as much of the wrenching ourselves as possible. So, we will see how that goes. She's actually got some parts coming in soon that hopefully I can make a series off of her bike. So that'd be nice. And let me know if that's something you guys are interested in, especially being that it's a Sportster. So I mean, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about a Sportster. If you think I'm full of shit as far as the little comments that we were talking about just a little bit ago, or even just, I don't know, if you just don't agree or you do agree or something. But anyway, that's about everything I want to cover on a Sportster. So if you guys haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe, please hit that bell so you know when future uploads are. We upload at least one video a week. Mondays are my upload days, so this will be going up tomorrow, as long as I can edit it and it all works out the way I hope it did. And yeah, so make sure y'all drop a comment, like the video, subscribe. If y'all want to find some cool motorcycle merch, check out Throttle Addict. Use Ride with Sager, RIDEWSAGER, for 15% off if you do. And y'all stay safe if you're out there riding. Keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down, and I'll see y'all next time.